Hello, I'm Mariana Danilovich with Ultra Live TV, and we're here at Digital Hollywood Fall 2010 with Shawn Gold, my friend of many years, who is now running a company called Coco Dot. Can't wait to hear about it.
Coco Dot, it's very exciting, very titillating, stimulating company for women or anyone who's throwing an event. It's basically a place to create really chic invitations, greetings, holiday cards, filling a gap that just really hasn't existed. We primarily had Evite on the internet for a decade or two, and it just it's a very functional site and it works great and a lot of people use it. But when you're having a significant event, a wedding, holiday party, kid's birthday, and you want to set the tone for an amazing event and express yourself in an elegant way, there's Coco Dot.
And it's not just online, it goes to your invitations and your physical paper product.
You can also, it's really the kind of unique, one of the unique things about it is that you can create an actual physical invitation, and then also you can send your invitations to the mailbox, you can send it to Facebook, you can send it to anyone's email, and all with a really high level of aesthetic. We've done partnerships with like Donna Karan and Lily Pulitzer and David Stark and Amy Atlas, and about to do one with Colin Cowie is the top wedding event planner in the country. So it's pretty exciting, and we have, the company's gotten a tremendous amount of press. We did Vanity Fair's holiday cards. That's kind of like the level of aesthetic. But also we have a partnership with Target stores. So it's like we're trying to make really great aesthetic available to the masses.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's possible today.
It's possible to be cheap and chic.
No, chic and cheap.
Yeah, it just sounds a little more poetic with the cheap first. Cheap and chic. Chic and cheap.
So now, how long has Coco Dot been around, and what kind of funding have you guys received today?
Well, we've been around since really launched in April 2010. And our funding, we have amazing venture capital backers, a company called Anthem Venture Partners in Los Angeles, who have really just backed us on, and added a tremendous amount of value to the company. They're on the board clearly. And another company called Rincon Ventures out of Santa Barbara. That's also a really strong, venture company. We pretty much went with Southern California Venture in a sense because they kind of got the differentiation of content. Which there was a lot of great VCs up of the valley who did also, but it was less common for them to see content as a differentiation or style as a differentiation. And what a lot of people in the valley, a bunch of people in the valley went after this category because Evite, it's a pretty obvious opportunity. Evite's been static; they haven't improved all that much in the last decade or so. And so some people went after it in the valley by throwing Web 2.0 at it, like we're going to fix this. But it's women we're talking to, and technology was not the issue. It was self-expression was really the issue. And again, when they sending out an invitation is almost like social gaming. You put a lot of effort into creating this thing. You put it out there. It's a big representation of yourself. You see how people respond, and you're in a sense seducing people into coming to your party. And it's difficult to seduce someone with Evite.
I agree. So what's next for Coco Dot?
Coco Dot, what we're doing now for Coco Dot is really just creating the foundation for a lifestyle brand. We call it Coco Dot. We didn't name it after a function like Evite, or there's another company called Ping, which are fine companies for what they do. But we call it Coco Dot because we wanted to build a lifestyle brand that could go offline, that could be licensed for stemware and for picture frames and anything around celebrations. So really, we're creating, a viral, utilitarian, lifestyle brand for the 21st century. Which, so the next, what we've launched is phase one, which is, just the sticky aspect of it and the foundation of it. And next, you'll see, and we just launched printed. We'll do ticketing. We'll start launching a media property around it as well, which will be about lifestyle entertaining and celebrations. The reason we went after this category is because it's a very monetizable category. Anytime someone comes in and does a save the date on Coco Dot, they say basically they've told us that they have 300 people coming to an event. They're spending $75 a person in 90210 zip code. It's a country theme. So as we integrate advertisers into that process to help really to help the hosts facilitate their dream. There's no advertising to guests, only to hosts. And the advertising is very down the funnel about helping someone accomplish what they've set out to do in a consistent way with the imagery that they put forth.
So it's primarily an e-commerce model, and then advertising is a secondary source of revenue.
Right, exactly.
And making a new lifestyle brand by creating this kind of an offering online is fascinating. And I am sure that you're also working with some other major lifestyle brands that are branding their own project.
Yeah, we are. Well, we're working with Target stores, and we're working with there's a bunch of other stores, partnerships that are about to be announced, which
great.
Can't really let the cat out of the bag, or they may not happen because they get mad at me. You know how that goes. So and then we obviously Donna Karan is a fine lifestyle brand.
Huge brand.
And Lily Pulitzer. Do you know Lily Pulitzer?
Huge.
It's amazing how fanatical those Lily Pulitzer fans are.
It is a big brand.
For those out there in TV land, it's like a Palm Beach, Hamptons, Nantucket kind of brand. It's been around for 65 years.
Gorgeous colors.
Lots of colors and patterns, kind of like a really waspy version of Diane von Furstenberg.
Yeah. Or kind of waspy J. Crew.
Yeah, waspy J. Crew.
So these brands are actually giving you patterns for the products you have now on the site, or you're developing new products with the brands?
We're creating collections with the brands, especially for the fashion brands. We're creating collections that are based around their spring collections, their fall collections, their fashion collections. So it's sort of a viral marketing campaign for them, where people are now, their core fans and new fans are really sharing these patterns across the web, and they're also mirroring them in stores, obviously, and selling them as clothing. So, not every fashion house will work. But it's differentiation is another degree, and then eventually we'll sell limited edition product where there's only 100 of these Lily Pulitzer designs, and they're available for X amount, and it's a way for a bride or anyone to differentiate themselves, even within the Polka Dot community.
Gosh, I was going to talk about the PGA Digital 25 with you, but I have to run and check out some good patterns for my next event.
We could do another cut on that.
So tell me about the PGA Digital 25, your partial brainchild, I guess. You and Mark's brainchild.
So we came up with this idea to create the Digital 25 for the Producers Guild of America, which is basically honoring the 25 people who've contributed the most to the advancement of storytelling over the previous year. And that's it's people and teams who've either contributed a platform or a production. So last year, for example, James Cameron won for the cameras that he created. This year, which is a platform, this year he won for Avatar for a production. And the winners this year are Steve Jobs for the iPad, Jeffrey Katzenberg and his team for Shrek 3D. We have some people who compete with you guys.
Who we want to mention. Congratulations to them.
But, obviously all the people we work with, and I had a discussion today, one of the Producers Guild, we call it the Digital 25, but it's really the advancement of storytelling in general, because what's happening in the digital space is really fueling everything. Obviously, TV is 100% digital now. It's like when we got into this 10, maybe 15 years ago, there was a big difference between digital and film and digital, the online space and the film space, the online space and the TV space. And obviously it's getting closer and closer. And
to Media 25.
Right. I don't think you'll be able to tell the difference in 5 years, although we did say that 5 years ago.
Yeah. So maybe it would be 5.5.
5.5 years.
Well, I can't tell you. I'm so delighted that you guys came up with the concept, and I think it really is taken off, and I'm excited that our first dinner is tonight.
Me too. It's really going to be great. We have a lot of great people showing up. We have a bunch of actors. We got Tommy Lee, Kate Walsh. We have some of the top film and TV producers in the country. And then we also have the heads of David Unn, who's running AOL content now, and heads of content for YouTube and MySpace and AOL and Disney. And it's really Roomba ballers, as they say. So you want to get some shit done, try to sneak into that room.
But we won't tell you where it is.
I won't. You have to find that out.
Well, hopefully you can read about them in Variety, and hopefully next year the submissions and the voting would be even bigger.
It's bigger than it was last year, so we'll see. We can.
Keeps growing.
It's the ball is like a snowball rolling downhill.
It's snowballing.
It's snowballing. Yes, that's the. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm on the committee and I help him finish his sentences. Thank you so much for that.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, and thank you for telling us about that wonderful site.
You're welcome. Please visit cocodot.com.
Take care.